Tyrannosaurus Rex, we built full size. 9,000 pounds of a completely full-size animatronic robotic machine.
Hi, my name is Tim Nordella, and I was brought on from the theme park industry to help design and build this full-size animatronic T-Rex for Jurassic Park.
Hello, I'm Evan Brainard. I was one of the mechanical designers on the Jurassic Park team at Stan Winston Studios.
Hi, I'm Richard Landon. I was a lead mechanical designer for Stan Winston Studios on Jurassic Park. I had a couple of fun jobs. The T-Rex walking legs were solely mine, the hatchling Velociraptor, and team player on a bunch of other stuff too. We built everything in miniature before we built it in full size, so we built a lot of sort of the equivalent of architectural models. And then we drew everything to scale and then produced full-sized pieces. We printed a full-size T-Rex on the wall, and then we blew it up using grid work pattern to create the interior armature, and then sculpted on top of that. And then just like we do with the little stuff, we work backwards from the negative molds to create the interior mechanical structure.
And then here's some preliminary designs. This was before the business got involved with CAD. Early on, we had been given some initial designs that were done by Bob Gurr, who was a mechanical engineer at Walt Disney. He was an Imagineer. And from that, we also had this one-legged approach. So all of this was sort of checking the feasibility of Bob Gurr's original design. And from here, Stan originally kind of wanted to approach the T-Rex as a big, huge, lightweight Bunraku puppet. And that meant, we would have puppeteers literally, holding on to parts of the puppet with rods. And what I tried to point out to Stan was you couldn't cover enough ground on the floor to make this thing move as fast as we really wanted the puppet to move. And there was enough evidence here to suggest that it was going to be an impractical approach.
Initially, I was told that they were thinking of using electric motors to power this character. But you could not get the electric motors to move fast enough in this day and age and have the power enough to actually make it work. So we went all hydraulic.
There's my original T-Rex walking leg master locator view. It had calf rotate using double mounted bearings. It had knee motion, ankle motion, 3-axis hip motion, lower foot bearing, and then toes that would actually gather just like an ostrich does. So it would splay out when the foot hits the ground, and when it reached forward, the toes would flatten back out for the full step. Here's me playing with my stick figure, but that is a full brass reproduction of my drawings, and that is almost exactly what the full-size interior mechanical structure looked like.